Hey gut feeders, welcome to another Gut Healing Sunday. I'm excited to be here and I'm excited you are here as well on this two last days before Christmas. What we're going to do today, perfect for the holiday season, apart from answering your questions in the second part, I'm going to share with you 3 tips how to survive the festive season, how you can still enjoy your festive meals, but you don't get into as much gut trouble as needed. So you can avoid some gut troubles. 3 simple tips, and I promise you can still enjoy your food after you know this. I'm not going to destroy your family dinner or anything like that. Now, does it sound good? Give me a thumbs up if that's a good idea, if you want to learn more about that. And then, of course, you know what always happens first, right? This is actually really good also for our theme. This could be an extra. If we're just going to start with the extra, let's start with ginger. Guys, ginger, especially throughout the festive season, is going to be your friend. So wherever you go, restaurant, visiting your kids, your grandchildren, your parents, whoever it is, have some ginger with you, because after you eat a full meal, you feel bloating, you feel gas. That's what you want to do. And just because we do it every time, I'm going to do it for you as well. Already peeled my ginger. Anybody else eating ginger as well? Live with me? All right. Here we go. It's also great if you have brain fog or anything like that. Helps to clear the mind so I can deliver the message even better to you and answer your questions better. Okay. Let's go. By the way, guys, if you're new to this and you think like I'm crazy, well, yes, I am crazy, but this is a technique called ginger chewing. I basically just chew on one side and really quickly. There we go. Important part is to chew quickly, to not talk while you're chewing. I'm doing this because I'm advanced and I don't feel anything anymore. And then you have your water present and you just drink it in one go, or you swallow it in one go. And sometimes you need a second sip. Guys, I'm really happy. So this here is my Christmas decoration. Also, you can see in the back, I prepared my little Christmas tree. I know, it's not that fancy, but it's from nature. It's just from outside, and this is the tropical Christmas flowers. They are not fake. They are just from the garden upstairs. Oh, Candy is still coffee sober. I'm excited. Amazing. Thank you for coming back with that. I'm really, I feel delighted and I appreciate that you share this with us. So let's go. Are you ready? So by the way, guys, if you want to use the chat box and the comment box, I would love to know from you if you celebrate Christmas, if that's something you do, and where you're going to celebrate. So in which country, maybe in the countryside, let me know. I'm curious. I'm going to be in Boquete, in Panama, obviously. Okay, so 3 tips to survive the festive season without getting into gut trouble on our Gut Healing Sunday live Q&A today. Number 1, really, guys, this one, if you don't do anything else and you do this, you're already saving yourself 80% of the gut troubles. You could eat whatever. If you do this, you're going to be better. That doesn't mean that you can just eat whatever you want, but you're going to be better than if you wouldn't do this, 80% better. Number 1 is eating slowly and chewing like crazy. Because this is the first digestive step, happens here. Anything else will be done by your stomach and your small intestine through enzymes, through hydrochloric acid, which is stomach acid, through the bile production, then later on from the liver producing bile to go to the gallbladder and then being secreted into the intestines. But this is mechanical. You know, this is an easy thing to do. Enzymes are very it's very hard for the body to produce them, and it needs a lot of resource and a lot of energy. So also hydrochloric acid, a lot of us are low in hydrochloric acid because of all the toxins, because of all the you know exactly what this is. I've got this from my neighbor, just so you know. This is like typical Christmas dessert in Panama. This is cream and sugar on top, and then you have wheat and eggs and everything in there. Wonderful. I thought demonstration is everything, isn't it? Right? So the most important thing, chewing and eating slow. Now, I know this is super challenging when you are in a restaurant with your family. Everybody's talking. Everybody like, oh, have another piece. You look so thin, or, oh, you don't look fat enough, or whatever comes, or I never see you. It's so tasty. And then you all talk over each other. And then at the end, you didn't even notice that you overate. This is what often happens because the signal when you eat something, Ginger, when you eat something, and then it takes up to 30 minutes until the satiation feeling sets in. So by eating slowly and chewing more, you actually give your body more time to be able to signal back, oh, we are full, thank you very much, I skipped the dessert, or I don't need more turkey right now, whatever you're eating. And it also comes with a mindfulness practice. One thing I like to do, and guys, believe me, for me, like family dinners, honestly, we're going to talk about that in step 3, or in the third tip I'm going to share with you, it's not always easy. It's not like, oh yeah, whole, yeah. In the beginning, I'm happy, I see the family, and in the end, I'm like, oh God, good, I'm getting out there, completely exhausted and overate and everything. So one technique that you can implement and that I use myself is a mindfulness technique, and it's about just focusing on one mantra. Now, a mantra is basically just a word that you keep repeating inside yourself. It doesn't have to say it all the time while you're eating. So one of my mantras that I'm using, not just by eating, but also throughout the day, is ease. Can be helpful if you're in a family situation and a lot of strong opinions are crashing onto each other. So whatever works for you. Maybe it's kindness, maybe it's connection, maybe it's well-being, whatever it is for you. Or slow is also a good mantra. Slow. You eat, and if you can, at least while you're eating, try to talk less. By the way, the most powerful people and the most people who make the most impact in the world actually talk less than other people. So if you want to have this in mind, if you want to impress people, just zip it, just listen. So use that time if you're eating to listen, not just to yourself, but also to the other person. And repeat that mantra and chew. Just like a cow. Whatever works for you inside your head, maybe you imagine a cow, or just go for the mantra slow. That's my first tip. Does it make sense to you guys? Let me know. Yay! Jeanette's regrets ate ginger every day and you still get teary eyes. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. You're funny, guys. I like you. I like you a lot. All right. Getting to number 2. I've got demonstration objects for this as well. But this is still the one where you don't freak out and you don't hit the thumbs down button yet. So that one has to do with those lovely creatures here called greens. I've also got a pepper here just for that. There's something green in here because it's actually red lettuce, but it counts as greens. Tip number 2 is eat your greens first. Now, this can help you a ton. First of all, you get like all the enzymes which help with the digestive system, because everything that is raw and is a whole food, fruits, vegetables, come with their own enzymes. So they're much easier to be digested. And the good thing is, because they have so much fiber, they actually fill you up much quicker with substances that are high in nutrients and very easy to be digested. So instead of starting with the turkey straight away, just turkey, or whatever you eat, dessert, start with the greens. If you have some influence in this, mostly we have more influence than we actually allow ourselves to be. So eat the greens first, stimulates the digestive system gently. It also helps you to not overeat, makes you full quicker, and then you don't eat so much of the naughty stuff. Makes sense, right? Now, you might be in a restaurant, or if you go to Panama for Christmas and you ask them for greens, they look at you like, for Christmas? Like, why? Why should somebody eat greens? So you basically don't get any greens. So if I would go out for Christmas, which I'm not yet sure I do, probably just to friends who eat healthy food, an alternative is to do lemon shots before you eat the meal, because they are also dense in digestive enzymes and vitamin C, and they massage the liver to release more bile. Bile production is essentially to break down fats, and usually Christmas dinner is not like high raw food, so you want to have your bile production going. Lemon juice, what I do is like a large amount of water, so like 4 ounces, and then you press a whole lemon, just like this. Cut it in half, squeeze one side, squeeze the other side. You can do it with your hand if you don't have a device for that. I don't have a device for that. And then you just drink that 15 minutes before you have your turkey or whatever you do. Okay, and that's something you can even do in a restaurant. They should have lemons if it's a restaurant that serves Christmas dinners. Okay. Sounds good. And then you can do it again for if there's another Christmas dinner coming or Christmas lunch. Do the lemon water if you can't do the greens. And of course, you can do both. If you want to impress me, if you want to be the best gut feeler in the world, you do both. Just kidding. Okay, I'm just going to look into the comment section if you're still here. By the way, guys, if you're watching and you like this kind of stuff, hit that thumbs up button. Because I know, like, in the third point, you're going to probably want to press the thumbs down button. I'm already apologizing before it. I share this because I care about you. I care about your health, and I want you to be, even in all your celebration, to be mindful of that. Whatever you put in your body, whatever you put in your body has an effect. And of course, eating it with happiness and with sharing and pleasure makes everything better. But still, there are some foods that don't get better. Look at this. They're going crazy for this, the Panama people. That's insane. Okay, number 3, I know, is this. Now, this is a typical Panamanian beer here. By the way, none of these ingredients, apart from those, are mine. I got them from house owners. I don't drink any alcohol. But the third point is alcohol. Now, you would make me really happy if you would say, I don't drink any alcohol for Christmas, but I know how it is. So just being mindful and understanding what alcohol actually does to our body can sometimes help to kick you over the edge, or to say like, oh, thanks, I've got my first glass, I'm good. So alcohol, guys. I've got to share with you that I'm still shocked, after all I've learned from alcohol, after all I've seen with clients, the blood results I've seen, the effect it has had on my personal health, the effect I see in the family. And alcohol is so legalized. Other things, I'm not going to name them because YouTube's just going to cut the video. Other plant substances are very much illegalized. And I don't say, just take drugs. I don't take any drugs, no matter if it's natural or not natural. But to be like, just mindful that just because this is legal, it doesn't have, just because this is legal doesn't mean that this is okay to eat, or that this doesn't have a really massive negative impact on your body. Alcohol is worse than tobacco. Both is not good, but alcohol is worse than tobacco. And why is that so worse? Because it's a neurotoxin. Alcohol. This is why all these supplements, all the tinctures that I recommend in the shop, they have 0 alcohol. And I mean like 0 alcohol. This is, a lot of people say like, oh, yeah, I have this herbal tincture, look at it, alcohol. Why is that a problem? Because when alcohol is, because it's such a neurotoxin, your body knows that. So when the liver understands, oh, there's alcohol in the system, it's basically red alarm signals, ning, 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 ning. The liver has 500 plus function, probably much more. That's 500 are medicinal proven function. It stops whatever is not like necessary for survival, bam, down to zero until the alcohol is taken care of. This is how toxic alcohol is for your brain, for your liver, for your intestines. It kills brain cells, literally. It's a neurotoxin. It's highly inflammatory. If you have any gut struggles, any chronic illness, you don't want to do alcohol, guys, or at least as possible. Now, I understand, I lived in south of France. I worked in a French restaurant in my 20s when I was like getting money for all my educations. And I know like red wine, for example, or for the guy, the beer, in the end to relax. I understand this, the taste might be great for you, but often alcohol, what I noticed, often alcohol is not just about the taste. It's about, social situation, everybody's drinking alcohol, there's some heat coming up. So be honest to yourself. It's an invitation. Be honest to yourself. Do you just drink it because you really like the taste, or you like this little feeling of, ooh, I personally don't like this anymore. I don't drink any drop of alcohol, but this is also because I don't have any, I don't know. I just don't have any affinity to it. I don't like it on my body. But maybe you enjoy the thing. But it's often, and I use that as well, is why are we drinking alcohol? Is to numb ourselves, because the environment is too painful, because there's something, everybody in the family talks about politics. Maybe you're not into politics, or maybe there's some, some tension going on, and alcohol helps to basically, just to space out a little bit. Now, there's no judgment here. I don't want to say like, oh, you're stupid doing this. It's a tool, I would look for, first step is to be honest with yourself and see if you're using alcohol sometimes to numb yourself. If you feel confident enough to share this, please use the comment section down below, or the chat box. I'd really love to hear from you. I personally know that I used that in my late teens, definitely stress in school and all of that, to numb myself. Step first is to understand I use it for numbing myself, to be honest. And step 2 is to finding alternatives. So maybe the green celery juice is not the alternative to alcohol, but maybe the dark chocolate is, or it doesn't even have to be a substance. Maybe, for example, what I did, one of my strategies when I go to family dinners, is I arrive first in the restaurant and I pick my seat. I know where I'm sitting. I know I'm sitting close to the exit. First of all, when it's too much for me, I take a break. I say, oh, I need to walk a little bit, or, whatever I need. But it's also about, guys, you taking your space. First of all, understanding what you need, understanding that you're numbing yourself, or understanding that you actually want to escape, and then finding a way to communicate that to your environment. Setting boundaries with kindness is not easy. I'm not saying that I'm already there 100%, but I've worked on it. And it's for me, it's literally, it makes my survival to be with other people, to be able to say like, hey guys, I need a break, or hey, I just need to grab some air, instead of taking another Balboa, cerveza, or red wine, or hardcore alcohol, vodka, or anything like that. Okay, so making space for yourself, taking the courage, is like also an exciting next growing step. Maybe that's for you. Maybe you're doing this already. Let me know. Communicate with me. Okay, so rinse and repeat. Here are the 3 things I recommend for you if you want to get not into gut trouble in the festive season and still enjoy your food. Number 1, chew it like it's crazy. Eat slow, so you actually feel when you're full, when you're satiated, and you are not going into overeating, because that's the worst thing. It's going to trigger food rot. Food rotting in your gut produces a gas called ammonia, highly toxic again for your body, creates inflammation. So slow and lots of chewing. Okay. Number 2, eat your greens first. If you can't do greens, drink a lemon shot. With 1 lemon squeezed into a little bit of water 15 minutes before you have your meal. to stimulate the liver and stimulate the digestive juices. Also helps with increasing hydrochloric acid in your stomach. And third, last but not least, be mindful about alcohol. Know that it's a neurotoxin, that it's not like water or not just like another piece of cake. You know, this piece of cake is nothing against alcohol, what it does to your body. It's nothing. You can eat 20 times more cake than the alcohol. Don't take that seriously, okay? So alcohol, and understand that, or tune into why do you drink alcohol? Is it just for the taste, or you're trying to numb yourself? And get creative. Maybe today you're not able to find an alternative, but maybe tomorrow you're going to try something out. Or pair up with your partner if you go together to a family dinner, and just tell them, hey, this is important to me. Can we do this together? Together, everything's easier. Okay, guys, let me know if that resonates with you in the comment box. Yeah, Deborah, thank you for your honesty. Thank you for sharing that you use that and you're trying with the numbness, numbing yourself with the alcohol. Oh my God, Stephanie, thank you so much. You said you were the one who encouraged me to cut out alcohol completely. It has changed my life. Wow. Wow. I'm so proud of you. This is like a big step. Welcome to my world. I would love to know, like, how did you do it? How did you manage to get out of the alcohol, Stephanie? Let me know. Now, Cynthia, I don't drink wine at all. I don't drink any alcohol, but I don't have any affinity to it. Okay. Now, what we're doing right now is we're going to go into your questions. So anything, might it be related to the festive season or to your gut health, hit me with your questions. I'm going to go through and we take a few moments to dive into them, to answer them. Okay? By the way, guys, I'm super, super happy. I know it's the 4th Advent. How do you say that in English? I don't know. The last Sunday before Christmas, and you're still here live. I feel really honored and blessed. And I know that I put my decoration on here for something, not for nothing. Okay. Oh, Michelle Dubois, nice French name. I guess you're French or Canadian. You've said, I usually eat dessert when I do, or if I do, later on, like 1 to 2 hours after the meal. It actually already smells bad. This is amazing, because when you so the less ingredients you have and you put in your body, the more easy it is for your body to break those down. And especially like high sugar dessert, which dessert usually is, high sugar dessert together with protein and fat. For example, you ate turkey. I don't know. Maybe I don't have any idea about Christmas dinners, but this is just what I imagine, put on the thumbnail, the big fat turkey or other kinds of meat. So if you eat this, for example, with sugar, is the worst combination ever. Needs the most digestive enzymes. You can also almost be sure, even if you have an awesome digestion, which who has an awesome digestion these days, it starts to rot in your gut. And even if you can break it down, it needs a lot of hydrochloric acid, needs a lot of enzymes, and you definitely have a backlash in the next days with bloating, some gas, and just discomfort, low energy. This is all signs that combination was not good. So if you need to eat a dessert, if you need to combine this, making the gap as wide as possible is very, very clever. Thank you for sharing, Michelle. Okay. Mark Grosse, eating ginger gives me heartburn. Have you tried ginger tea? Another alternative is turmeric, fresh turmeric root, which is a little bit gentler. So people who get heartburn from ginger, this is just a sign that your stomach acid is very much out of whack, and that there's a lot of bacteria overgrowth in the stomach, which actually produces this acidity. It's not your stomach acid, the good stomach acid that comes up your throat. It's the overgrowth of pathogenic bacteria, which triggers this. So for you, it would be, maybe it's good if you can do celery juice first. Maybe you want to try lemon. This is also a good alternative. and drinking ginger tea. So maybe you can't do the ginger chewing yet. Drinking ginger tea, turmeric tea, that's a good start. This is a very good question. Michael and Oren, how do you get high? Well, it's very easy. I do live Q&As on YouTube. I get high by my work, to be honest. I love doing what I do. I love when people ask me, what are you doing? I'm just telling you, I follow my joy. I follow my passion. I help people to improve their gut health, but also understand that they have the power. You know, each of you guys, we are so powerful if we take that power and not just give it away to advertisement or to what your parents said. But if you understand that you create whatever you want to create, it's just about becoming conscious about creation. So that's my high. I don't need any other substances for that. April Anderson, in your gut healing challenge, the gut healing challenge is a 1 week gut healing guide, which I sell on my website, which is basically if you want to get started, I wanted to mention this anyway, guys. If you want to feel really bad after Christmas and you want to get started improving your gut health and just having like few simple meals, which are tasty. They are not as tasty as your turkey, but they are simple whole foods and they're not difficult to make, and they're not just raw greens all day. I don't want to eat that neither. So that's a good starting point. Comes with a shopping list and recipe guide. And April Anderson asked here, in your gut healing challenge, it mentions to wait 3 to 4 hours to switch food groups. Yes, this is in the follow-up guide. I was curious below that it says that fruit is out of the stomach in 1 hour. Okay, this is great. So why wait 3 to 4 hours? So basically, the best time to eat fruit, where's my fruit? Okay, it's in the fridge. I got a papaya in the fridge. The best time to eat fruit is in the morning on an empty stomach, or sometime during the day on an empty stomach, because it digests so fast. So the worst time to eat fruit is after your Christmas dinner. Why? Because first of all, fruit has a lot of water. It waters down your digestive enzymes if you eat it together with this or with this or with the turkey. Imagine turkey. Then it very much creates an upset there, and food starts fermenting in your gut, and you get bloating, you get pain, you get malabsorption. Nutrients don't get into the cells because it's too fat. So a combination of fruit and fat is a really, really bad one. So I love the French people, for example, but their cheese and then grapes together, not a good idea. Tastes great, not a good idea. So why wait 3 to 4 hours? These 3 to 4 hours, April Anderson, have to do with not if you eat fruit, then you can, after you ate a papaya, you can just wait an hour and you feel already okay, digested, and you can continue with your breakfast. And the 3 to 4 hours is if you eat a Christmas meal, the small Christmas meal. If you eat a big Christmas meal, you want to wait longer. Okay? Let me know if that makes sense. Yeah, and here with the high blood sugar, is it because of how high the blood sugar is high after fruit? So the blood sugar, for example, banana. I'm going to get a banana right now. Okay, this is not a banana, it's a plantain. But it looks like a banana, doesn't it? So one thing that I found like incredibly interesting, where all the people like, oh, fruit has so much sugar. Oh my God, I can't eat this. I tell them like, this has a lot of sugar. The glycemic index, this is how high your blood sugar spikes if you eat a certain food. Of this is probably 100 plus. Of this one is 53. Of a banana, this is a plantain, so it's even less. 50 and until 55. So you have 53 is here, and then 55 is low glycemic index. So fruits are already still in the bananas, yeah, which are called like some things like fructose popsicle or whatever I heard from friends. I'm like, no, guys, this is a marketing campaign, but it's against fruit. 50-free, super, doesn't spike your blood sugar levels. This is why people who have diabetes should not avoid fruit at all. Got a video on that one as well, how to heal type 2 diabetes. Fruit is a big part of that, because fruit is not your problem, fat is your problem. So April Anderson, the problem is if you eat this guy here, you've probably seen it now forever, right? Gotta get hungry. This is like, it's like so greasy and fatty. If you would eat this together, then this would spike your blood sugar levels, because whenever you got fruit and fat together, the sugar in the fruit stays longer, very much longer in your blood, and it actually spikes your blood sugar levels, but not if you eat fruit alone. This is why it's so important, especially if you have problems with an imbalance of blood sugar levels. Stephen said, can I see the pie one more time? I think I've showed it now 5 times. You can watch the replay if you like. It's called a peach pie. I haven't seen any peach in that pie though. Okay. Cynthia Ava asks, wait a second. Can you give us some example for healthful holiday meal, including dessert? Okay, I think we talked about the dessert by now. So best time would be to eat the dessert first and then wait an hour or 2, because of what I shared with the fruits. Now, healthy holiday meal. In the gut healing challenge, I know I don't want to do like an over promotional thing here, but I've actually collected also things that are like a weekend special, which are something like blueberry ice cream, which is really, really good. So you have wild blueberries and you have the ice cream. Kids love it, by the way. And there's different types of hummus, which are high in protein and still very comforting for the body. So you feel like you actually ate one, but low in fat. And Cynthia, really anything that is a food which is green. So even having like a nice salad, and then some mashed potatoes, maybe some baked sweet potatoes out of the oven. Maybe you make a little like a sauce, with avocado and lemon. And there's so much out there. Even if you just Google low fat whole food Christmas dinner, something like that, you will find a ton. And again, if you want to do the 1 week gut healing challenge, I highly recommend that. It's also good for families. You can do that together. They have things like cucumber noodles, for example, which kids love, cucumber bolognese, and with tomatoes as well. So fun food here. Just some loose ideas. Okay, I hope that gave some loose ideas. Want to eat vegetables and you want to eat fruits, and in whatever combination you can imagine. Also legumes, if you don't have too much problems with your gut health, that is an amazing filling alternative. Avocado is very creamy. You could do a smoothie type of thing, or an ice cream with avocado and banana and some cacao powder. Would completely rock my world if you want to do that for me. And sometimes I think I would like to be a kid again, but then a kid in like healthy diet, like gut feelings diet, that would be amazing. Because I'm like, I basically grew up with McDonald's, don't laugh, with a lot of alcohol. Like my parents didn't give me alcohol, but I had like in my teens I was exposed to alcohol, and I used alcohol to numb myself and to also just to do this, and basically just convenience processed food. That was my food. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Candy Tangreen, how do we remove ammonia from our body? Lemon water. So ammonia is a gas which is produced when food is putrefying in your gut. Basically, this is behind what people call leaky gut syndrome, which I'm going to produce a video just in the next weeks. It's going to come out maybe next week. I think it's next week's come out. And where we basically shift the mythos from there are food particles traveling through my gut, and this is why I have now leaky gut. No, that would be emergency. You want to call the emergency support, and you want to get that's a surgery thing. If that would really happen, because it's you're close to sepsis, which overwhelms the body with toxins, and then you go into shock. So what leaky gut really is ammonia permeability, and ammonia permeability is a gas which can travel through your gut lining, which is produced when food is rotting in your gut. So if you ask me, you don't need to remove ammonia from your body, because you want to create an environment where ammonia is not produced. Cynthia, that's the important. Candy, that's the important thing. So when you have already overeaten and everything like that, one of the best things is ginger. Yes, lemon water can help as well, but rather before, because afterwards you don't want to drink on a full stomach, because you just water down the enzymes more. Okay, makes sense? To the toxicity of ammonia and of any kinds of toxic heavy metals you can reduce if you use spirulina, which is a blue-green algae. I talked about that a lot in a lot of videos. I'm a big fan of Hawaiian spirulina, or spirulina that is sourced from the US and where it's really controlled, not from India, not from China or anywhere like that, because it's so it sponges up toxins in your body. That can help as well. But again, really focus on not having ammonia be produced in your body at all. So more smoothies if you have a very slow gut, more smoothies, more juices, more raw, more chewing, less eating can help as well. Okay. Guys, let's have one more question. Rev Lady Jan Martin. Well, it's great that you come, even if you're late. If you've got a question, let me know. Okay. Mark Rossi is drinking ginger tea already. That's amazing. Okay. Jeanette regrets. Very good question. What's the difference between eating celery raw and drinking it as a juice? Are the benefits the same, or are there more healing benefits to drinking it? Not the same healing benefits, not at all. Now, I'm all for people eating whole foods. I love this. I'd rather have you eat whole foods than. This is for you, Stephen. One more time than eating cakes. So, having said that, the thing with celery juice, the thing with celery juice is this is a medicinal food if you use it right. So if you juice this on an empty stomach, 16 ounces, which I highly recommend use, one of my best gut healing tips ever, and it comes from medical medium Anthony William, which I'm also going to link you in the description below after I finish this video. Celery juice, if you use it raw, is like a medicine. You cannot eat as much celery as you can get from this juice. You would need it's hard to eat 1 kilo celery raw like this. And then you also have the fiber, so there is more digestive effort for the body. Celery juice contains something called clusteral salts. Clusteral salts are killing H. pylori bacteria in your gut, which often are the cause for heartburn, but also strep. There might be shingles, whatever you got in your body, viruses, pathogens. Kills that literally, cleans the liver, also helps the liver restore certain types of minerals that help the liver to heal the tissue, but also to let go of the toxicity that it stores up. And the third one, or fourth one, or fifth of these health benefits, if you drink the juice, is the clusteral salts in the celery juice, which you need a lot from. You need 16 ounces of celery juice. This is the best amount that you can have, and it's good to work your way up to that if you can. This juice, the cholesterol salts in the juice help to restore. I mean, literally, you can imagine building blocks to your stomach acid. Stomach acid is not just one type of acid. It's different. It's a blend of acids, and you don't want to do HCl supplements neither to restore your HCl levels, because this is just one type. It can create an imbalance. So celery juice is your best HCl supplements. If you drink it for that, or if you drink it because you have chronic pain or chronic inflammation. So not the same at all. Get a juicer or get a blender. Don't put water in it neither. So it needs to be a really good blender, or just get a slow juicer. This morning I just went out. I did a video, which I'm going to release soon, where I shared 3 of my favorite juices to heal your gut struggles and increase energy and balance hormones. And we did that over with an entrepreneur friend of mine, Emily, at the Butterfly House. And there we basically also did juices. So I had like this whole morning, I was just juicing myself up. I feel very, very energized. Okay, hope this answers your question, Janet. Let me see. Okay. Last question from Krista Maria. I recently did an L-lysine video, and she asks, why would L-lysine interfere with sleep? I have this feeling. L-lysine, by the way, is an amino acid, essential amino acid, which helps to kill viruses, like literally, and especially helps you to not progress viruses into later stages. So, for example, for mononucleosis, which is the first stage, to multiple sclerosis, which is the 4th stage of a specific type of Epstein-Barr virus. And would that interfere with your sleep? Now, I haven't heard about that, to be honest, Christian Maria. So far, I had very good results with L-lysine. If you feel it might interfere with your sleep, that is because whenever you do, whenever you use something, may it be celery juice, maybe it be spirulina, may it be celery juice or a certain supplement that kills viruses, viruses that die, they also leave a debris. And they leave how can I describe this? Yeah, like a debris. You know, when you kill something, even if it's dead, it still inflames the nervous system. If a lot of viruses die at the same time and they are flushed out of the system, that can irritate the nervous system, and the nervous system is directly, I've talked so much today, directly connected with your brain and with your sleep cycle. So one thing you could try out, Krista Maria, one thing you can try out is take the L-lysine in the morning and then help with Hawaiian spirulina. I've got a video on that one. I'm also going to link that in the description below for you after we finish this video. That will help to literally sponge up this debris, this viral debris, and transport it out through the gut. So that's a way to go about this. So I would do lysine in the morning, L-lysine, and then midday spirulina, and then see if that helps. If that doesn't help, you might want to lower the L-lysine and go with something like cucumber juice first, which is very good to restore the liver's glycogen levels and also to really deeply hydrate your system. When you hydrate your system, you lower the inflammation in your whole body. This is just because whatever gets more water, fruit water, not just this water, that helps immensely with inflammation. Inflammation is one of the big things why people have problems with sleeping. You can also check out the sleeping trouble videos. I've got several of these ones. If you put in the search bar on YouTube, gut feelings and then sleep, there should be a few videos which come up. Guys, it was so wonderful to have you. I wish you a beautiful Christmas, or whenever you watch this, a beautiful next holiday season. And I would love to know from you, is that helpful? Did the tips help you? Maybe you already choose, yeah, I'm going to do the mantra, or I'm going to do this tip. Let me know in the comments below. And I see you after Christmas. Bye-bye.